Now we are getting some breaking news on the broadcast. Remember, it has rained heavily in the national capital and other adjoining areas, especially northern India. And now the opposition has slammed the centre after the heavy rains as the roof of the parliament has started to leak. Congress's Manickam Tagore has taunted the centre, saying that paper leak has happened outside in this country, water leakage inside the very parliament, the seat of democracy. Akhilesh has further gone on to say that the old parliament building was better. My colleague Pallavi Ghosh is joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Pallavi, politicking on whether old versus new is back again at the forefront. All it needed was Delhi to rain heavily.
Well, the opposition parties have always attacked the new parliament buildings on the ground that this was an unnecessary expenditure which was taken up by the government, but more specifically by the Prime Minister, which of course also explains why both for the Bhumi Pujan of the new parliament building as well as the inauguration of the new parliament building was skipped by the opposition parties, right from Shardol to the way the new parliament building has been done up, the seating arrangements. All of that has been consistently condemned by the opposition parties. So I think they were just waiting for this kind of situations or opportunities to arise when they can once again take pot shots at the PM and also ask him that why did you spend so much of money when it's not been able to provide the state-of-the-art securities as well. And therefore, when you see those pictures which have been tweeted out by almost every opposition leader of a little bucket over there, water collecting there on the ground, for them this is a time to question the government.
Absolutely. Pallavi, more reactions and more breaking news on this very story. Stay with us. Now we are learning from Parliament sources that there was no large-scale leakage inside the Parliament. Now we are also getting to understand that the word coming in from inside is that there was an underground pipe and that repair is currently on. Pallavi, there seems to be some sort of a damage control mode here where we are talking about how and why this leakage really happened. But yet, do you think this is going to dissuade the opposition from not commenting on what are the conditions when it comes to the new building?
Well, if you go take a round of the new parliament building, there are still many areas, particularly in the basement, where work is still going on. It's a work in progress. Some rooms are being done up. Piping work is still going on. So what parliament sources are telling us is there's an alarmist kind of a statement which is coming in from the opposition parties. The picture is not all that grim as it is being painted out to be. There are those rooftops, there are those domes. So because of the heavy downpour yesterday, yes, there could have been a few droplets of water. I'm using their words. But more than that, because the underground piping work is still in process, it's quite a possibility that there could have been a leakage over there which has led to the water coming out on the floor of some parts of the new parliament building. But you're absolutely right. I don't think the opposition parties are going to accept this kind of an explanation, which also is the reason why Manickam Tagore has given an adjournment notice where he wants the speaker to take up this issue ASAP.
And what do you think, Pallavi, is going to happen about that very adjournment motion? I was coming to that very question, considering Manickam Tagore has put that adjournment motion to discuss this very aspect and also the new parliament building after Delhi rains. He says that the building has already started to crumble and we can see the proof after the first rainfall, first heavy rains. Do you think this is actually going to disrupt business in the House where there are more pressing issues that need to be discussed, like Kerala, like Himachal Pradesh for that matter?
Well, I think the opposition party's strategy is very simple. They're also always going to look at issues in which they can put the government in a dock. So I wouldn't be too surprised if there could be a disruption on this issue as well. Of course, Wayanad, the paper leak, the comments made by Anurag Thakur, all of them are expected to be a reason why the opposition party is going to be up in arms. Adjournment notice essentially means that every business of the House should be immediately adjourned and this matter should be taken up ASAP. So I would be very reticent about this if the Speaker is going to be agreed to in this because the Speaker has always been against the idea of doing away with question hour and replaced by any kind of a discussion. So I wouldn't be surprised if this matter is dismissed by the Speaker and an explanation is offered either by the Speaker or by the government on this.
All right, Pallavi, thank you so much for all of those details.